Welcome to Mobile CSP. Mobile CSP is two things. It's both programming in MIT's App Inventor programming language, and it's learning about the basic principles of computer science. The MIT App Inventor language was created by Hal Abelson, who believes in democratizing computer programming, and he wanted to create App Inventor so that everyone could be able to tinker with their mobile device. Let's hear now from Ralph Morelli, one of the founders of Mobile CSP, about how to create a basic app.
To illustrate what that means, let's look at a short demo. I'm going to create a little mobile app. And this app is going to scan universal product codes and display information about them in a web viewer. So we're going to, I've got a button to start the scan. I've got a web viewer to display information about the product. I'm going to use App Inventor's barcode scanner to scan the product code. So this I've built, right there, I've built a simple user interface. It's not elegant, but it's functional. I'm going to go over to the blocks editor. I'm doing all this in my browser, by the way. And I'm going to write the code for this app. And this is what coding in App Inventor looks like. So the first thing I need to do is say what to do when the button is clicked. When the button is clicked, I want to start up the barcode scanner. And when the barcode scanner completes, then what I want to do is I want to display that product's code, information about the product in the web viewer. And to do that, I'm going to give the web viewer a certain URL and tell it to go to that URL. The first part of the URL is this string I've put in, which you may not know this, but this is the kind of thing you'll learn in this course. You can tell Google to search for different things by learning these little codes that you put in your search string. We're telling it here to search for a UPC code, and we give it the actual code to search for as the result of the barcode scanner. And that completes the coding for this app. So let's see how it works. Okay, what you're seeing here is a screenshot of my mobile phone, and I've got the app running on it, and we're going to scan a UPC code. And what we're scanning a code for is this book here. So the viral storm, there's the UPC code. Let's scan it. There we go. And now we're telling Google, look it up, and look at that. It's showed the UPC information for that particular product. Let's scan another one. This is a Maxell tape that I found hanging around my house, and I'm going to scan its code. And Google will look it up for us, and you see that that's a Maxell tape.
So let's take a look at some examples of apps that students in the Mobile CSP course have created. This first one is an example of where students at Trinity College created an app to estimate tree height. They take a photo and then they would enter some information about the distance to the tree and its circumference, and would be able to calculate the height based on that information. The next app here was created by high school students in Alabama in order to track wild hogs. This is an example of citizen science apps where everybody can go out and use their app to record information, location where maybe a hog was sighted or evidence of a hog, and it gets submitted to some kind of central database that scientists can then look at and examine all of that data. Here's another example from Trinity College students where they made an app to track commodity prices in Haitian markets. So before, people may have been writing things on paper and would have to visit a number of different areas, and then later they were able to use an app and they were able to get information in their app from all of those areas about the prices. Here's another example from high school students, the CREC Academy of Aerospace and Engineering. Students there created an app to support mental health, the Feel Good app, that had some basic quiz questions in there. It also had some mental health supports for tips and strategies, quotes, feel good music playlist, etc. And here finally is an example of adults using App Inventor to create socially useful mobile apps. And so this is a US Marine who made an app to compute the amount of explosives that are needed to destroy IEDs out in the field. So let's talk a little bit about the computer science principles curriculum and how that looks in Mobile CSP. There's 5 big ideas: creative development, data, algorithms and programming, computing systems and networks, and impacts of computing. So while we may talk about programming as a key part of computer science, there's actually a lot of different things related to computer science, including being creative, looking at data, looking at the impacts of things that you create. In this course, we'll cover all of those. There's a set of practices and skills that you will learn throughout the course. So you're going to learn to design computational solutions, develop algorithms and programs. You're going to use abstraction in your programs. You're going to analyze the code that you create. You're going to look at innovations in computing, and you're going to learn about responsible computing. There's an example of some of the skills there, and those are just the more detailed things that you'll be able to do by the end of the course, like identify and correct errors in your algorithms and your programs. So what's Mobile CSP's approach to helping you learn these big ideas and practices and skills? Well, you're going to learn about computer science through the lens of mobile apps. You're going to build socially useful mobile apps. We take a very project-based focus to this. So you're going to start off with a tutorial, you'll add small projects to it, and then you'll get some open-ended assignments where you get to create apps of different kinds of types, like soundboards or digital drawing apps, those kinds of things. Throughout the course, there's an emphasis on writing and communication, and much of that is to help you prepare for the performance tasks in the AP Computer Science Principles exam. So it's very important to learn how to communicate about what you're doing in computer science, and we have portfolio questions that help you do that along the way. We also try to foster collaboration and creativity, so there'll be a number of opportunities for you to partner with other students in your class in a way that helps you learn how to be a good team member and that helps develop your creativity. So all throughout the course you'll be doing these activities. There are self-check exercises in each lesson that will help you prepare for the multiple choice exam. So the activities in the course build one upon the other so that by the end you are prepared for that AP exam. So we're really excited that you've chosen to study mobile CSP, and will help you enjoy getting to learn about building mobile apps and the principles of computer science.